Okay, so far we were talking about Alexander Graham. As a boy, his father used to teach deaf people how to speak, deaf people who cannot hear, and his wife was deaf, his mother was deaf, and she played piano. He learned from his mother the piano, and after learning, he taught others how to play piano, and he also liked to see his father teaching deaf people how to speak, and he also thought about teaching others who were deaf. And then as a teen, we said that he liked inventions. So he invented the dehusker that removes the husks from the wheat and the gadget. Okay, so now we're gonna continue. Let's start. When he was 23, Alec Bill got awfully sick. He left his boyhood home. He and his family went to Canada. They hoped he would get well in this new place, and he did. So when he became 23, he got very, very sick. He left his home and then went to Canada with his family. There they hoped that he would get better, and he actually got better. Now check your question number 3. It asks, what happened after Alec got sick? What happened? He and his family went to Canada. They all went to Canada when he got sick. Okay, can you tell me when he went to Canada, did he get better? Yes, he got better. Now turn the page. Then Bill went to Boston in the United States. He taught speech for deaf students like his dad did. So now he went to Boston. It is a state in the United States in America. There he taught speech for deaf students. Remember his father? He used to teach people who cannot hear how to speak. Now he's doing that. There in Boston, he taught deaf students how to speak the speech like his dad. Bill liked teaching, but he liked inventing things better. He started spending less time teaching and more time inventing. Bill also liked something, which is teaching, but inventions he liked it better than teaching. We said that he taught piano and he taught deaf people. But there's something else that he likes better than teaching. What is it? Inventions. We said inventions is making something for the first time. He started spending less time teaching and more time inventing. So now he's inventing more. Let's see what will happen next. One day, while shopping for supplies, Bill met Thomas Watson. Watson, a skillful tool maker, had helped many inventors before he met Bill. So one day he was buying things, okay, and he met a man here, he's called Thomas Watson. He's very skillful tool maker, he makes tools and he's good at that, and he helped many inventors before he met Abraham. Bill told Watson about his latest plan for a telephone. So he told Watson about what he wants to do for the telephone. Do you know what telephone is? We said it before. We use it to call others, the telephone. Now turn the page. Bill, by the way, Bill is the same as Alec. We used to say Alec, and Bill is also Abraham, Bill. Bill and Watson worked long days and nights on Bill's plan. They kept on working on the plan. Bill started thinking his plan might succeed. He thought that what he wants to do might actually be successful. He got a patent for the first telephone. A patent says an inventor owns and can make and sell the thing he or she invents. So for the first telephone, he got something called a patent. This patent gives the right to the inventor, to own and make and even sell the thing he or she invents. It means that this thing that the person invents becomes his thing, like it's Bill's thing now with the patent. He has the right to do anything with this patent. The first telephone call took place on March 10, 1876. The first call was on March 10. This is the date. When was the first telephone call? March 10, 1876. Now turn the page. That day, Bill dropped a jar by mistake. Now here, Bill didn't do it on purpose. He dropped a jar by mistake. It spilled and he called for help. When spilled, he called for help. Mr. Watson, come here. I want you, he called. So he was calling for Mr. Watson. He wants him. At least that's how the story goes. Watson came running. He had heard Bill's voice through the wires. The phone worked. So here, when Bill dropped the jar by mistake, he called for Watson to come. He called for him from the telephone, see? And Watson came running. So Bill told him, or he saw that Bill was actually speaking from the telephone. So the telephone is working. He was able to tell Mr. Watson to come. Okay, he heard Bill's voice through the wires. These are the wires. He was able to hear him from this wire. And this shows that the phone is working. Now question 4 asks you, what happened after Bill dropped the jar by mistake? Yes, he called for Mr. Watson on the phone. He called him on the phone, just as we said.